Morning. Morning, Lotta. How are you? Please let me know if you can hear me well. Morning, Marco. Cool, thanks, Marco. We'll wait a couple of minutes, let some more people get on the call. Morning, Anat. Yofi. Thank you. Morning, Gary. Guten Morgen, Liesel. Okay, I'll wait one more minute and then we're going to start. Winston, hi. Aloha. So, strange situation this world is in. And I see some people taking this lockdown in a really good way. They become creative, they develop themselves. But some people I notice also are starting to suffer the consequences of their own stress, of stressful. So what I'm teaching is Anapanasati meditation. And the idea is that through this meditation, you can become aware of your pattern, and you can also start changing the pattern by being aware, being objective to your experiences as you meditate. And when you're objective and you're not reactive, then you're changing your pattern of behavior. And this insight that you get with the meditation, when you sit and meditate, you can translate it into your life. And this is the beginning of a passage, a beginning of a path towards clearing the mind from mental impurities. So you start with your breath, and later on, with enough awareness to really purify the mind, you got to start working with sensations. However, what happens when we sit and we meditate, we notice that there's a connection between what happens in our mind and what happens in our matter. So mind affects matter, and matter in matter affects mind. It's kind of like a cycle that feeds itself. So when you sit and you observe your breath, you start seeing that your thoughts, they wander in two directions, either to the past or to the future. And the type of thoughts, they're either you like, there's a liking of of what you're thinking of, or there's disliking of what you're thinking of. And it leads to liking and disliking. It leads to an effect on your pattern of of your of your thoughts later on and your behavior later on. Every thought, every reaction is a seed to the next reaction. It's the same exact seed, just like an apple seed can only give apples. In the same way, a worry seed can only give worry. So you start becoming aware of it, and you start understanding that, in fact, your reactions and your behavior, your pattern is creating the next stage, creating the effects of your behavior, which will be exactly in the same type of behavior. So if you feel that there's a lot of negativity in your life, then you have to look at the cause. And the cause is within you, how you react every time. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit and meditate, because that's what we're doing. That's what I'm teaching you. Um, the idea is to observe your breath as it comes in, as it comes out, naturally, without trying to change it, without trying to manipulate it, to observe it objectively, without any preference, whether it's deep or shallow, whether it's fast or slow, whichever pattern there is, you accept it. And whatever else happens within your body, within your mind, you become aware of, because you're going to become aware of it, but you don't pay attention to it, meaning you don't give it importance. Okay, so right here below the nostrils, you can close your eyes and bring your attention, the attention of your mind, to this area below the nostrils, and observe your breath as it goes in and as it goes out. Be aware of your breath, meaning you can feel it, you can sense it, but don't verbalize it, don't imagine it, don't visualize it. Just observe it as it is. And be aware of the pattern. It can be shallow, it can be deep, it can be fast, it can be slow. It can be going in from your right nostril, or it can go in from your left nostril. You will notice that when you inhale, it's a bit cooler than when you exhale. Just be aware of it. And also be aware of the constant change in the pattern of your breath. When you start experiencing change with awareness, then it becomes your truth. And because the universal law is that everything is always changing, always moving, we have to know it so we don't get attached to any particular experience, any particular feeling, any particular sensation, not negative and not positive. So be aware of the change, the constant change. And always observe your experience, whatever experience you have, whether it's comfortable or whether it's discomfortable. Observe it objectively. Don't have any preference. If it's a good experience, it will also pass. If it's a negative experience, it will also pass. And every time that you feel that your mind is drifting, just bring it back to your breath. And bring it back without any negativity, without any frustration. Accept that this is the habit patterns of your mind right now. And you're just bringing your attention back to your breath. And if you feel that you are dozing, tired, falling asleep, just take a couple of intentional breaths and then go back to observing your breath as it is. Every time that you feel your mind drifting, bring it back to your breath. right. We meditated together for about 20 minutes, maybe 19. You may continue meditate on your own, or you can ask me any question about the technique. If you have any question, you can ask me in the live chat. You can also send me WhatsApp messages. You can connect with me on Facebook if you want to ask me questions privately. I'm going to be here every morning during lockdown, 9 o'clock in the morning, Cape Town time, and anyone is welcome. If you cannot make it, I can understand. I understand, but try to maintain practice anyways. A lot of you have been doing it with me for the last I think 2.5 weeks, and you already know the technique. So even if you don't get on these calls, you should practice on your own. Practice morning, practice evening, 15-20 minutes in the morning, 15-20 minutes in the evening. Fall asleep with awareness of your breath, wake up with awareness of your breath, and try to utilize your insight, what you learn during your meditation into your daily life. If it's not affecting your daily life positive, then there's no value in it. Don't make it just a ritual by sitting down and meditating in the morning. It has to have an effect on your life. Any questions? I'll be happy to answer. If not, then have a great day, all of you. I'm still going to be here for about a minute. Have a great day, all of you. Let me know how it goes. Even if you don't get on these calls, let me know how you're doing. Any questions, we'll always be happy to answer. All right. Hi, Pat. Hi, Tanya. Thanks, Lotta. Pat, you experience rapid eye movement during the meditation. Does it happen to anybody else? Pat, any physical reaction can happen. There's nothing wrong with that. It's very normal. Even when you sleep, you have rapid eye movement. It happens. Just don't worry about it, because worrying about it, you're deepening the pattern of worry. Just be aware that it happens, but still, maintain focus on your breath, and you're going to see that it's going to pass. It's going to, it's just like anything else. It's coming up. It will stay. It will manifest for a little while, and then it's going to go. So it's just normal that there's a biochemical reaction. There's a biochemical reaction all the time happening inside of you. It's all the time. Biochemical changes all the time. Does it make sense, Pat? Okay, you're welcome, Pat. Like I say, any other question, you can also ask me privately. If you don't have my number, you can connect with me via Facebook. Very easy to find me. Cool. So all of you have a beautiful day. Pass it on. Anyone can get on these calls. Anyone that you think can benefit from it, let them know. The recordings are always up under the same link. And there's also the playlist link, which is going to be under the recording of today's session, just like any of the other sessions that we did. Cool. So lots of love and light. Stay safe.